My dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods, welcome you all for day 5 of this wonderful program, the 21-day meditation program called Breath Awake. This program is organized by Pyramid Valley International, which is based in Bangalore, India, and Meditation Magic, which is based in Dallas, USA. So today also, we're going to have great speakers to share the wisdom. We also have a master to share the experiences, and we have a master to do meditation for us. The structure is going to be the same thing as last few days. I'm going to go over one more time for people who are joining for the first day today. So initially, we're going to start with meditation for 40 minutes. Like, the second part would be experience sharing for 15 minutes. Third part would be wisdom sharing for 20 minutes, followed by Q&A. If you have any questions, please leave a chat box. Answer them during the Q&A session. Before we get into meditation, I would like to share a few tips to get the best meditation experience during this program. The first thing would be find a comfortable surface to sit on. It can be floor, it can be chair or a sofa or the bed. Anything is okay. Don't force yourself if your legs are aching. So just the tip is to be as comfortable as you can. Second thing is to dimming the lights in the room in as much as. The third thing, silence your mobiles and electronic devices so you'll not get distracted during the meditation process. I see a few people dimming the lights already. That's great. Good to see that. And also, one more tip is to preparing your friends and family members that you're going to be in meditation for so and so time, so that they know they need not disturb you at that allotted time you told them. Yeah. So, today, I would like to know how many people are from US joining this call today. If you're from US, please type your place and US in the chat box. The reason I'm asking this is just because from Monday, we are changing the time zone. Time zones are changing. So we'll be going 1 hour ahead. This is only for the people joining from US. So now the time would be 7:30 to 9 p.m. From Monday, it will be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. CST. If you're joining from New Jersey or the East Coast area, it will be like 7:30 to 9 p.m. If you're joining from the West Coast area, it will be like 4:30 to 6 p.m. So please be mindful of the time changing from Monday. With this, I would like to welcome our meditation master for today, Shibu. Hi, Shibu. Welcome back for day 5.
Thank you so much, Divya. And very, very cool tips, by the way. All of this great. Yeah, it's very, very important tips. And I also see a lot of people still typing in. So it's good to see a lot of folks joining in from US.
Wonderful,
so, yeah,
wonderful.
As Divya said, it's DST is changing tomorrow. It's ending tomorrow. We're officially getting into winter now.
Changing from Monday, Shibu. Yes.
Wasn't it Sunday? I thought it was actually Sunday, right? No?
Sunday, I mean, Sunday midnight. So don't confuse people now. So it's changing from Monday.
I take it all back. I plead ignorance.
Sunday midnight is changing. So the time zone will be effective from Monday for our program.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you. All right. So good morning, good evening, dear friends. Thank you, Achokji. Yesterday, what a beautiful topic we discussed, right? Observation. All along, we've been talking about observation, right? Been talking about moving from being a thinker to an observer. Yesterday, we understood the science of observation, right? Just giving your attention. whatever is there, something, right? If there is something, giving your attention to something and taking in all that awareness, right? And just being a pure witness. When we say witness, the key is no entanglement, right? Without getting entangled or getting stuck into this. A very beautiful process, right? So observation could be observing around us, all around us, soaking in the scenery, or inside of us, right? So many things to observe. There's never a dull moment, right? Might think, oh, we are sitting alone, but so many things changing inside of us, the body, all around us. If we start observing, it's a beautiful, beautiful practice. And what I understood was we learned so much about ourselves with this observation process. Essentially, Yash covered this yesterday. What we get out of this is the distance. Right? We start seeing the distance between who we are and ourselves and what we are perceiving. Right. So the view, what we are getting is a different view, a bird's eye view, as Yash called it yesterday. Right. You get that distance. You look at something, it's so close, you're stuck in it. That view is not going to be good, right? Then you get a different perspective. You move up, you get a totally different bird's eye view of it. Then things start changing. Then you start understanding things. What does that change? With that distance, what do we get? Clarity, clear, crisp, sharpness, and clarity. That's what we get out of that, from that distance, right? As we do not get entangled into it. So what we get is what I also started when I came into meditation practice many years ago. One of the things which I found out was all these patterns, even the many taste, even the so-called taste which we have, right? Those are all many things which we have acquired. We can see the distance from those. We slowly see the distance. Once we start observing, this is what meditation gives us, right? As we start observing, as we start practicing, you can see the distance between even the things which we thought are our food taste, even the food taste. Things just start opening up. Others might not understand around us, but we will know. We might not be able to explain it, but we'll know the difference. This is what observation gives us, that clarity, knowingness, knowing about ourselves. And practicing this can be so much fun. Just as an example, right? You might be sitting in a park. Just you want to spend some quiet time. You're just sitting by yourself on a bench. And there might be, you're there for the silence of it, right? Just being with the nature. But there might be a couple of guys fighting there. Right? Then immediately your attention starts going there to that entire process. What are these guys doing? Then automatically your mind starts engaging to that. You might start even taking sides. That guy was so wrong. He should not have done that. Right? You start taking sides, right? As we start observing, we can start seeing these things, where it's all going. So we just sitting there trying to find some quiet time. But actually, is that happening? Because a lot of thoughts are going in the head. You're getting entangled into a lot of inner chatter. You're taking side. You may even work up some anger, right? Emotions. So once you start observing, you can start seeing these things. It's actually fun when these things come up, right? When we catch it, it's so much fun, actually. Anyway, so all of this, why I'm saying all of this is, it's all practice. What is the most important thing is practice. Otherwise, we can show some PowerPoints. We can get these thoughts. We can feed them into our brain and we can dump it out, right? We can sound cool when we are sipping coffee with our friends or, having or a dinner. We can sound cool and intelligent. But is that going to transform us? No way. It's not going to transform us. We can sound intelligent, that's it. But it's not going to do anything to us. It's all practice. It's all practice. And that is where it is such a key thing. This meditation practice, such an important aspect of what we are doing here. Keep doing this practice. Again, the time we spend to it, right? The time we give to this meditation is such a key aspect of this as well. Our part, our choice is to give the time, right? Once we start the practice, what comes out of it, right? What comes out of it, we don't have a control. Some days it might be You might feel good, you might not feel good. We have no control over it. Our choice and the decision is to give time, make time for that practice. As we give time, so will be our progress. So friends, this is the key. You'll hear a lot of theory. It is theory, right? It's theory till it becomes into us. It becomes a real knowledge into us. And that is only going to happen with practice. Again, this is something which we said day one. Don't disbelieve, don't believe. Experiment. Be a scientist, be a spiritual scientist. You can only do that with practice and observation. These are the key things. Don't worry about the theories and definitions. Just understand it and work on it, right? Just go over that in your head and then ask yourself, is this right? And then you'll get the answer. You don't have to hear it from anybody else. You'll know it. And once you know it, we don't even have to bother explaining, right? Because we know it. With this, let's get into the practice of meditation. Practice of meditation. Devi already explained, gave us some beautiful tips today. Thank you, Divya. I see the rooms are relatively darker. And again, the most important thing which Divya mentioned was to find that comfortable place, right? That actually reminds me, if we can find a similar place, right? If we can find a place where you can go back almost every day, that'll be very helpful. If you can lot a spot, and if you can go back to that same spot, it's all muscle memory. Or you can just go there, you know, this is the place for meditation, right? Automatically gets into that zone. Anyways, so be comfortable, be very comfortable. And again, there is no hurry and no worry. Take your time. Oh yeah, that's right. Just move your hands. Vinod sir is already taking off his glasses. Perfect. That's exactly what you need to do. Because you don't need it. You're not looking anything outside, so you don't need the glasses. Be very comfortable, masters. You all know the posture. I'm not going to repeat it. You know this. But for anybody who might have joined for the first day, let me repeat it. So clasp your hands, my dear friends. So once you're comfortable, clasp your hands like this to create an energy circuit. Sit comfortably. So irrespective of whether you are sitting on a chair or on the floor, the key is to create a body circuit. So cross your legs or the feet, which is the key. Most important, be comfortable. Keep your back as straight as possible, but don't strain, right? Don't exert. There should not be stress. The problem with exerting is that then again, you are putting in a force, right? You're still making it work, which means that's not what we're trying to do. Right? We're trying to disconnect as much as possible. So be comfortable and park your body. Just like a car is parked, a parking spot. Just park it. Let it be super stable. Close your eyes. Now that the eyes are closed, the outside world doesn't exist for us anymore. There is nothing which we need to do. Everything can wait. Every activity can wait. Now is our time. It's my time right now. Nothing else matters. Let's start with a very clear intent that we're going to relax our body and mind. We're going to be totally present. Let's relax more and more. Now is the time to scan through your body. Is there any tension anywhere? Just scan through the body. Forehead. We're holding on to something. Observe the shoulders. Let's drop all the doing. Let's drop all the expectations from this meditation as well. We discussed yesterday. That's about the breath. Cannot be with your previous breath or with a future breath. That's why breath brings us to the present moment. We only have the current breath. This breath. Let's be with this breath. This breath. Let's bring our full attention to this breath. When we are with this breath, there is no past, no future imagination. It's only the present, this breath. Allow the body to breathe naturally. Let's be a pure observer. No judgments. Follow your breath. Just be with the sensations. Everything which happens during meditation is perfectly fine. Let's observe the breath, just like a child observes the world, with that curiosity, innocence. Be totally with the breath. Be with the breath, dear friends. Do not go with the thoughts. Come back to your normal, natural breath. Let's not go with the thoughts, dear friends. Simply keep coming back to your normal, natural breath. Continue to be with your breath, dear friends. Last 10 minutes. Slowly come back, dear friends. No rush, no hurry. Take your time. Slowly unclasp your hands. Rub your hands. Place it in your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's soak in all the beautiful energies. Take your time. Thank you so much, dear friends.
Thank you so much, Shivu. It's a wonderful meditation. Friends, hope you're all ready. We have a wonderful master joining from Dallas today to share her experiences. Her name is Prashanti. In the year 2020, she was diagnosed with a serious health problem. That's when she considered meditation as a road to recovery. Breath meditation played a very key role in her healing, both physically, mentally, and also emotionally. Let's hear more from her today. Let's all welcome Prashanti. Hi, Shanti. Kindly unmute. Yes.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you, everybody, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Because of him, I'm here today sharing my experience with all of you. I started practicing meditation in the year 2015, but I'm not a regular, I was not practicing regularly. Later, I started following Sadhguru in the year, I think, 2018 and 2019. I used to watch all his videos and I started practicing Isha Kriya every day. Then I joined a Shambhavi program when he came to Dallas in the year 2019. I used to practice every day. That time I was diagnosed with cancer. Going through treatment and taking chemo, it's very hard for me to practice Shambhavi because we have to be empty stomach to practice. Like 4 hours, we should not eat anything. It's very hard for me, but I tried my best to practice Shambhavi 2 times a day. I was hospitalized in February 2020 for 2 days. Then I realized it's very hard to practice Shambhavi when you are not in a good condition. Physically fit people, they can practice every day because of the diet restrictions or whatever it is. I was unable to practice Shambhavi. When I practiced Shambhavi, I felt good and I felt calm. It's really good. But what about the days when I'm unable to practice? I don't know what to do, but I kept calm and I was waiting for my treatment to be like waiting for the last treatment. After my treatment, once I'm done, I felt like, okay, I'm relieved now. I'm free to go. And I was expecting that, but my doctor told me different thing. She told me that, Shanti, you still have, we shrank the tumor, but you still have chemo, you still have cancer in your body. And I asked her, what should I do? Like, I already finished my chemo. What is my next step? She told me, you have to take chemo pills every day. I was not ready. I was not happy. I was like, because of chemo, cancer is in one part, but because of chemo, my digestive system, my sleep pattern, my skin, everything, rest of the body, it's not in a good condition. I was hoping it will be end and I will be happy. I will recover soon with all the chemo effect, from all the chemo effect and everything. When she said that I have to take chemo pills every day, I was not happy. I asked her, what if I don't want to take chemo pills? She said, it may grow back like within 3 months or 6 months. We may not be able to control next time. So my next question was, if I take chemo pills, I'm not get it back. It may not grow, or what is it? She said, no, it may come back. It may grow back within a year or a year and a half. We don't know. It's like, I don't want to take chemo pills at all, but I have family, small kids, and we talk, me and my husband and my family, rest of the family, and I decided, okay, I'll go ahead and take the chemo pills every day. They're going to monitor every week. They're going to do tests like any side effects, whether I can take it or not. I took chemo pills 1 week. After 1 week, my AST and ALT levels of my liver, they changed. I know my body, what I'm feeling. I don't want to take, my body is like, I don't want to take it anymore. I told my doctor, see, there is no point of living without quality of life. I don't want to take any chemo pills anymore. Whatever happens, happens. I want to live happily without medicine. I want to try all through my chemo. I came across Chris beat cancer. When I searched in Google, I came across Chris beat cancer. He healed himself using like taking food, natural vegetarian food and everything. And there are so many other alternatives I wanted to try. But when you take chemo, you cannot take raw juicing or anything like that. So I was waiting that time, and she said, you cannot take, you have to take chemo pills. Like, I don't have any choice that time. But once I decided I'm not going to take chemo pills at all, I told my doctor I'm not going to take chemo pills. She said, okay. Then I started living without chemo pills, trying natural methods. Like after 1 month, I was hospitalized for 10 days because my platelets and white blood cells went almost 0. When I was in hospital, I asked the doctor, is it because of the chemo I took 1 month back, or because of the living, what I'm following right now? They said, it is because of the chemo you stopped taking 1 month before. That has effect on your body. Still you're facing that effect. So during that, I felt like everybody, they were sleeping during night time. When I was in the hospital, I felt like my reports are saying one thing, I was feeling another thing. I don't think it's end of life, but my reports are like, my doctor was worried. During that period, I I heard a story about Ramana Maharshi. Even though he had cancer and even ants were eating his skin, he was happy. That thought came into my mind: if he can live whatever condition someone did on him, still he was very calm and happy. That's the blissful state. How can be one live like that? I heard from Sadhguru, you are the creator of everything. Thanks to him. If I am the creator, how can I heal myself? How can I be happy in any state? I just want to know. I discharged from the hospital, and I have to be careful like 2-3 months until my blood counts come back to normal. And I waited, because during that time I cannot be in the room where there are fresh fruits and vegetables. I have to eat everything cooked. I cannot try raw food or anything. I was searching. If I am the creator, I can heal myself. I'm looking everywhere. That time I came across a YouTube video, PMC, from PMC channel. I saw there everybody, starting from a school kid, like 6th, 7th, or whether they are teenager, housewives, everybody, they are sharing their experiences. I felt like there is truth behind every story. They are very calm and happy. I felt like this is something everybody is sharing, and everybody they are very happy. What is it? And I came across one video particularly. That video from senior pyramid master Deepthi Nadella. She is from Delhi. Somewhere in Andhra, she was sharing her experience, and she was talking about a book, Your Soul's Gift. In that book, everybody, before coming to this earth, they decide what kind of diseases they are going to face, what kind of situations they are going to face, and everything. Like if a person is if a person is a beggar, he must be a brave soul to choose that life. If a person is not looking good, he must be a brave soul. There are so many things like that. It was like I have to get that book. Everybody sharing their experiences, and everybody, they are very happy. I wanted to know how to practice this pyramid meditation. So then, even with Sadhguru, I did not only Isha Kriya Shambhavi, I did Bhuta Shuddhi too. I paid for everything, but I didn't feel like those are good programs, but those are not fit for me, because my physical condition, or emotional condition, everything, I was unable to practice. So I felt I had to search. I went to YouTube and searched how to practice pyramid meditation. Then Patriji came in one video. I found a video of Patriji explaining very beautifully, like so easy, and anybody can practice anytime. By listening to him, this is it. This is the truth. I felt that inside. So that day I decided I'm going to practice this every day. I wanted to give 100%. So I stopped eating non-veg, garlic, started practicing every day, ordered Your Soul's Gift book, started reading every day. I started with 5-10 minutes. Then today I'm going to practice 10 minutes. Tomorrow I'm going to practice 20 minutes. My Within 1 week, my aim is to reach my A's. Then 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I wanted to do that. I need motivation every day, right? Because I was the only one at that time. I don't know anybody from pyramid meditation. So I used to watch every day one experience sharing video. I used to watch one video. I used to read book. I used to practice. I was very calm. I was not expecting any result. No expectations. I think I found the right thing for me. And I was sincerely practicing. Within days, I felt like energy in my body, cosmic energy coming through my body. There are so many beautiful things. I felt so many things. First beautiful thing was like, when I went to get my test done, I realized that I was very calm and relaxed. Usually, like when you are going to get the test done, you feel like very tensed. I didn't feel anything. I was calm and relaxed. Like I went there to buy a movie ticket or something. Then the next thing I realized, I found through a friend the group in Dallas, and that time I joined JTTP2 program. In that program, I wanted to share my experience with Patriji. When I'm about to share my experience, I realized that I was not feeling any like these are all new people. No, I felt like nobody is going to judge me here. Everybody who practices, who are in this group, they are busy judging their own thoughts, watching their own thoughts. No one is going to judge me. I can talk anything. And I'm the one who is judging my words. So I was very calm and I shared my experience. I started practicing pyramid meditation in December. In March, they did PET scan. PET scan report came. Everything is clear. So no cancer. I was very happy. You know, when you get a good deal, what you do, you try to share with all your friends, right? I started sharing not before this result. As soon as I started practicing pyramid meditation, as soon as I started feeling changes, I started seeing changes in me, I started telling all my friends. Slowly, I started reading one book after another. Soulscape, Power of Now. You can heal your life. Each book. If I read, forget about past. Start living in the moment. I try to test that. If I have a bad experience in practicing, whether music or bicycle or anything, I don't want to keep that in my mind. So I started with fresh mind, seeing the change, even the pyramid also. First, I made a paper pyramid. My son experimented. He put a strawberry under the pyramid. One strawberry under the pyramid, second one outside. After 3 days, outside one was like spoiled, rotten, and under the pyramid one was like it was still fresh. So everything, whatever I read, not only reading, I try to test myself. Everything. Soon I started. I realized one thing. I became sick because I was carrying all the emotional baggage. Keeping guilty or pride, ego, or anything too long, it will create blockages. In my case, grief. I was very sensitive person, sensitive in the sense I attached to my all my family members and everybody. If I lost my dad, I became I showed a brave face in front of everybody, but I was carrying inside everything, every step. There is a reason. My sincere suggestion or anything, please practice meditation. The doctors may tell you different things, but they never know what will happen to them tomorrow. So practice meditation, read books. And one senior pyramid master, Padma Madam, she told me one thing. See, Santi, we have only 24 hours to live. Out of that 24 hours, first 1 hour is very important. Every minute of that 1 hour is, you have to live in the present moment. You have to live. Practice that. I hope I inspired some of you at least. Practice. Thank you, Divya. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Shanti. It's really very, very inspirational for all of us. Thank you once again.
I just want to say, wow, what an experience. I mean, thank you so much for coming in and sharing this. Wow. Wow. Thank you.
Friends, let's move on to the next concept, next portion of the meeting today. That's the wisdom sharing. We have a wonderful master joining us from Bangalore. He's Sunil. He's going to share about Sagar Manthan. Sunil works in the IT field and he's into project management and marketing. He was introduced to meditation in the year 2004 and has been experimenting and exploring the spiritual path since then. His entire meditation journey is encapsulated in this story, and he's very much excited to share with us all today. Let's all welcome Sunil. Hi, Sunil. Welcome.
Hi, Divya. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, Sunil, you are. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Shanti. It was wonderful to hear all that. I think you took away half of what I want to explain in my presentation. So it came from in the form of experience. So really great and very happy to hear that. All right. So today is day 5 and it's been almost 4 days or 5th day rather. All of us are meditating. And how is it going on? Just checking, just wish to check. I hope a lot of different experiences. Well, if I scan through the the kind of questions being asked during all these sessions, be it in person or in Zoom chat or in Telegram chat, I can see the quality of questions that are coming up. So that itself is a testimony that everyone is in the right track. And these are the ways that we, there's a path in this meditation journey, in this spiritual journey. So I'm really, happy to see the kind of experiences people are going through. So today we are going to discuss. So we have heard about how to meditate, what to meditate. We have heard about breath, the mind, and power of observation and everything. So we've been using that word of observation quite frequently. So we've been going through that journey. So today, we'll take a step above, or maybe we'll start looking at things from a bird's eye view, like Shibu said earlier, yesterday. So we look at the entire thing from a very high level and see how these journey is all about. What is the journey all about and what is actually happening? So this is going to clarify more doubts from you, and it's going to give you a broader picture. So we'll pick a story, Sagar Manthan, that was narrated many years ago, centuries ago. So in the past, unlike today, we have a lot of facilities like Zoom and online and various ways to advanced techniques to teach and learn. In the past, all of these teachings were in the form of a story. There will be one hardline story which will have a lot of meanings and a lot of explanation. For every paragraph, you will have a whole book of information. So this is one beautiful story which I came across and thought this is something very apt, and this is the right time we need to understand what this story is trying to teach us. So I'm just going to share my screen. Divya, please let me know if you're able to see my screen. Just a moment. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, Sunil.
Thank you. Okay. So this is a beautiful story. Well, I'm not getting into the actual story. We're going to map what this story is trying to tell us, to explain to us. So the whole spirituality of this, or the self-transformation, is a churning process. So we all know what happens in Sagar Manthan. There's a churning process that happens. And this churning is possible only if you can integrate both the positive and negative aspects of human personality. So we all carry the positive and negatives and all qualities in us. So the churning also happens by integrating these two aspects. So these impurities or evil nature in us play a very important role. Now they come in different form and sizes. They come like barriers and difficulties to teach you certain lessons so that we can strengthen ourselves and evolve. So as long as a yogi is vulnerable to them, he cannot progress on this path. It's as simple as that. So these difficulties or challenges, if it's coming on our way, there is a reason for it. And we need to learn from that and move on. So this whole concept, this journey is explained in this beautiful story called Sagar Manthan. The whole process of this is self-transformation. So as per the story, Lord Vishnu said the churning is inevitable. So they need to have a churning process to solve a problem. Let's go through the role takers, role players of this story. Let's narrate them. They were gods and demons. They represent nothing but good and bad in us. So the participation of both signify that when humans seek liberation through spiritual science, you'll have to integrate and harmonize both subtle and gross bodies in them and harness both negative and positive energies. Ocean of milk, also known as Kshir Sagar, this represents the mind. Those waves that comes and goes are like thoughts and emotions. Mount Mandhara, so that's a mountain, represents concentration. Mandhara is a Sanskrit language. Man represents mind and Dhara represents single line. So when the mind is in a single line, it's concentration. Tortoise. So tortoise stands for withdrawal of mind and senses into oneself. Now, this is very essential for our practice of meditation. The serpent Vasuki, this represents the desire or the intention behind. Now that Manthan process, the entire churning process, this represents the spiritual transformation, or simply put, purification of mind and body. Halahal, the great poison. We all know that, we all heard that. This represents all the negativity that surfaces in our consciousness when you begin this spiritual practice. It is simply put, the instability of body and mind as a counter reaction against one's own journey of the spiritual practice. So who comes and drinks? It's Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva symbolizes the ascetic principle, the destroyer of illusion, inwardly detached, pure and austere. It also means gaining control over the mind through breath control. The divine objects. So these stands for the spiritual power or perfections or spiritual experiences, just like Shanti explained, one of her experience. Then comes Dhanvantri. This signifies a spiritual success can be achieved only when the body and mind are in perfect state of health. And Dhanvantri brings that Amrit, elixir. Then comes Mohini, the delusion of mind in the form of pride and ego. This also symbolizes the power of Maya. Now, this is the last hurdle for anyone to overcome the spiritual life before experiencing the self-realization. And finally, the Amrit, which liberates and nothing but self-realization. So these are the role players. These are the essence of the story, the essence of the context. Now let's get into what is the process that is happening. So at the point when it was decided to have the Manthan started, and Manthan is nothing but the self-transformation. So our journey that, yes, today we decided, okay, we want to self-transform ourselves. Gods and demons firmly held this serpent Vasuki. Now, God and demons represents good and bad qualities in us. Now, these good and bad qualities in us are held by the desire. Now, this serpent Vasuki is used as a rope and churned the ocean of milk, just like we churn butter out of milk. So that churning of ocean. Now, that ocean of milk represents mind. And what is it assisted with? It is assisted with Mount Manthara, the mountain. So the churning process is going on. So Mount Manthara represents concentration. So during meditation, what happens? Sometimes concentration falls back. So that's when tortoise comes in rescue and supports the mountain from beneath. And tortoise represents withdrawal of senses. Let's stay for a minute here in the same slide. So now when we map this to our meditation process, we all decide we are trying to sit for meditation and we are going to transform ourselves. So the bad and good qualities keep getting into our mind, right? And we lose concentration. There are many experiences that people have posted. I'm unable to focus on breath. I'm unable to, I'm feeling, I get a lot of negative thoughts. A lot of my mind is just swaying around. So that's the concentration. The concentration is actually drooping down. So that's when we say, observe your breath, keep an observation point. So that withdrawal of senses is what is happening here. So the primary thing that manifests is the negativities, which I mentioned. So these are nothing but halahal. So just like Shiva came and gulped that halahal, so it's the self-discipline. Lord Shiva represents the self-discipline. So self-discipline in our terms, like when we focus, when we give that commitment to meditation, so that commitment will actually, it's just as good as gulping away the negativities. And after the churning began, once the negativities are all taken off, the divine objects shows up, the perfections, certain health, a lot of perfection that you find in your journey. And lastly, the Dhanvantri appeared with the Amrit, and Dhanvantri represents a good health, physical and mental well-being. And once we have the Amrit, that's the liberation. So once we got liberated, that's when Mohini shows up. And Mohini is representing as pride or ego. the delightful lady to delude the demons. And that's when Amrit, nothing but self-realization, got disseminated to gods. So if you see, the Asuras fell in trap of Mohini, the pride and ego, and they missed the chance of getting that elixir, the Amrit. But if we stay focused like the way gods had done, they got the Amrit. So the fundamental and important message here is we should not throw away the precious opportunities by pursuing evil desires or engaging in selfish actions under the spell of Maya. They should practice meditation, cultivate divine qualities, work towards our own liberation without becoming deluded in this Maya or pride or ego or distracted, and without losing their focus on liberation. So this whole concept is taught in this very beautiful story called Sagar Manthan. So in this journey of day 5, we are trying to look at this whole journey from a high level, from a very a bird's eye point of view. And yeah, so this is what I want to share today with everyone, and looking forward for remaining days of 21 days of session. Thank you so much, Divya. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sunil. Wonderful, wonderful wisdom sharing today. Thank you. I think that your wisdom and this Shanti's experience go hand in hand. Thank you so much once again. And friends,
Most welcome.
Friends, it's the time for the Q&A. Kindly post your questions in the chat box. We have one person who raised a hand, Sunil. Lakshmi, kindly unmute.
Sure.
Lakshmi, kindly unmute.
Oh, sorry. First of all, I would like to thank you, Divya and Shibu. I have never seen such a very organized kind of meditation class, like with covering experiences and as well as the wisdom knowledge. Excellent. I would like to thank you so much for doing this. And Sunil Garu, thank you so much. And I don't have any questions. I just wanted to thank you. Thanks a lot. I don't even feel like writing. I just wanted to express my gratitude towards all three of you. So thanks again. And before I leave, one question, Divya. Is it EST? It is 8:30 or 7:30? It will be.
So from Sunday night, it will be 7:30 EST. Sunday night.
Okay.
Okay, right now it's 7.
Yeah, I know. 8:30 would be we have fixed the 8:30 time. Like our time is 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
So now
So
it's a challenge.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. We still have the recordings. If you want, you can just follow the recordings out of the session as well. Thank you, Lakshmi.
That's a long silence, Divya.
I'm just trying to get questions from the chat box, Shivu.
No, I'm just saying maybe we can invite people to share the experience. 5 days, right? So we can just hear to some of the experiences.
Yeah, maybe we can have 1 or 2.
Yep.
If anyone wants to share the experience, please raise your hand. No one so far, Shibu.
Everybody is in the mood for the weekend, right?
Friday night, yes.
Friday night here and weekend.
Yeah, we have one question from Dikshit Chowdhury. On the third day of meditation, I was very lost and was not able to concentrate at all. And I felt very hard to even sit. So just after the session, I went to sleep. But after these 2 days, I was able to concentrate again a bit better. Can I ask, why did this happen? Shibu, you want to take it or do you want to give it to Sunil?
No, I want Sunil to take it because he has been answering these questions diligently in the Telegram, right? Sunil, all you.
Yeah, sure. So, well, not able to concentrate. Okay, so this is pretty common experience, getting drifting to sleep, because the body is not used to of this sitting in meditation. So body needs that rest, much needed rest. So the first thing is resting the body. So when Shibu explains about how to meditate, the first thing we tell is sit comfortably. The body needs that rest. We even tell, take your back support, and you can sit in Padmasana, or you can or you can sit in a chair, fold your legs, clasp your fingers, and so on. So the primary objective is to keep the body comfortable. So all of a sudden, when our body is completely, in a rest position, we drift to sleep. The body needs energy, probably because body needs that energy, and that's the reason we drift to sleep. So that's absolutely fine. Continue that practice, because this is not like a switch or a pill that you have an overnight, outcome to, or we just don't need to keep that expectation as well. So just continue the meditation, keep observation, what is happening, and that's it. Maybe you can make a journal and just write it. So there's nothing to worry about. And need not analyze why this happened and how that happened, but it's important to ask the question and know about it. So while meditating, let's not keep that judgmental analogy in our mind, but we can make a note of it.
So just want to add on this real quick. This was also, I think, in Prithvi's session, we went into the science behind it, right? When we sit for meditation, by the way, each day is different, right? It depends on how the day has been, what we have been doing, right? All of this contributes. It might be in high beta, as Prithvi was mentioning, right? Because there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of things going on in the head. Every day is different. So from there, when we start getting into the meditation, when we start observing the breath, get into that low beta to the alpha state, right, which is a bridge between the lower and the higher. And from there, as you explained, we can get into that theta states where we might drift into sleep. It is totally fine. It is the deep relaxation, right? All of these are fine. And some days you'll be able to concentrate. In some days you'll be much more peaceful. Some days not. Some days you might get experience. Some days you might not. All of these are just that, experiences. Let's not analyze it, as Sunil mentioned. Let's keep coming back. Thank you.
Thank you, Shibu. One more question from the chat. Do we need to concentrate on the stomach or at the nostril during meditation? Where do we focus on during meditation?
Yeah, so the ideal, if you have listened to second day Sagar sir's session, the ideal way of breathing is the belly should protrude out. It's a belly breathing. So when we breathe deep into the belly till such that the belly is, protruding and going out. So, but you can sense your breath wherever you feel like you're sensing. The breath should get in to the belly. You can either feel the breath either in the belly or on your nostril. That's up to you. There are no hard and fast rule to concentrate on a particular point. All we need to do is just observe that breath.
Thank you, Sunil. So we have one more person who raised his hand. Ashok Mittalji. I'm just trying to unmute you. Ashokji, kindly unmute.
Thank you. I again express my gratitude for the wonderful session and this story which has been expressed so beautifully. We have been listening this story from the childhood. My only understanding is that we have not to analyze. That is what I am understanding. Simply be with the breath and leave it to the God, and things will automatically melt away. The emotions will automatically melt away and we'll get the benefit. That is what I am understanding. Am I right? No analysis.
Yes.
No analysis is a paralysis. Actually, if we analyze, we get paralyzed. That is what I am feeling.
Yes. So the very purpose we mentioned to focus on breath and is we are all domesticated since childhood with a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotional. We have seen and experienced a lot. So the true self is buried deep within, with ocean of or cloud of all these emotions. So we are all deep within. We are all buried deep inside. So the only way to come out of is connecting to the breath. So when you start connecting to the breath, focus on breath, these clouds just slowly start getting clear. So the sky becomes clear. We are that sky. So that's the reason we mention to focus on the breath, observe the breath.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Ashokji. And one more question, Sunil. Should we think of a topic we want to meditate on, or for example, healing?
Well, the fundamentally, we shouldn't think on anything. So we have thought a lot. We have gone through the thinking process all through our life. So now the most important step is to declutter, to settle everything. So when you talk about meditation, I suggest we need not think anything, just meditate. And after meditation, probably you can even, get into the kind of healing and, there are different types of meditation. Healing is also done along with meditation, that there are different procedures for it. I completely agree. But to begin with, we suggest first settle everything, first settle down all the thoughts, let it go away. And later on, you can definitely, bring healing and other elements along with the meditation.
Yes, Sunil, thank you. One more question from Arpita. When I sit for a long time in meditation with crossed legs, maybe more than 30 minutes, I feel my legs are getting numbed. What should I do about it?
Well, these are certain discomforts that usually people experience in the beginning stages. They're absolutely fine. As long as possible, see if it is not disturbing you. But if you feel that is disturbing you, you can slowly make that change, shift yourself. Maybe if it is really disturbing, then spread your legs and make yourself comfortable. So that's not a problem. Over a period of time, you will overcome all this.
Thank you so much, Sunil. That's all we have for today. Thank you everyone for joining. Tomorrow we're going to meet again the same time and with a new topic. Our speaker is going to be Srujana, speaking about Ho'oponopono. Thank you. Jenny, can you please have the master slide? Thank you so much, Sunil. Thank you so much, Shibu, for today's session. Thank you all.
Recording